Okay, people, I know it's been a little while since I've made a video or a review or anything. Sickness has struck the Robo household. Been down, had things going on. But it's Toy Fair weekend. I thought I'd roll myself out of bed, just talk a little bit about the Star Wars Black reveals that we saw yesterday. And also some import news, some MAFEX. I'll tack that on at the end. But yesterday, Hasbro had their big to-do in New York, and they presented their new Transformers, their new Marvel Legends, and their new Star Wars Black series. We knew about most of these. There was only a couple of surprises. As far as this old, and I say old very loosely because old means it's coming out now or about to come out. And that's the Old Man Han wave with Jango and Stormtrooper Finn. And then they're showing off Kanan and Ahsoka and Farm Boy Luke, which aren't quite out yet, but we've seen some of those figures leak out. We've seen reviews online. Now, as far as new reveals go, that we actually kind of knew about, we have the fan choice winner, Darth Revan, or Revan. I wasn't a big video game player, okay? I don't know who this is. I know where he came from, but he does look cool. He's kind of, kind of bondage. If nothing else, I'll get him for, some fodder. I'll make somebody else out of him. Or if he just looks cool enough, he'll go on the shelf. I haven't had a chance to sit down and watch Clone Wars or Rebels or anything like that. So Sabine, I'm not quite sure who it is. I'm guessing she's a Mandalorian. But she looks cool. She fits into the whole aesthetic. I want to see her with her helmet on, though. Or if that's a interchangeable head or if that's just a mask that goes over. But another figure for the shelf. I'm easy like that. C-3PO is another one they revealed a couple months ago with a promotional shot. This is the first time we're seeing him in actual figure form. And yes, it's Episode 7 based, The Force Awakens based. He has the red arm, but on top of all that, he's just kind of a dull gold color. The sculpt seems to be mostly there, but it's just not, it doesn't pop out at you. And the big downfall here is that Hasbro waited a long time, so most of the import companies have gotten their C-3PO out. The model kit is straight up gold, shiny, beautiful. We have the MAFEX coming. We have the Figuarts keeps teasing, but theirs looks beautiful too if they would ever solicit it. So Hasbro's kind of late to this party, but at the same time, for people that don't buy the imports, hopefully this will lead into a classic C-3PO without the red arm. I'm not sure about the eyes though. They look a little bit cartoony. Maybe that's just the solid black dots. But other than that, he looks passable. I hate to judge figures that I don't have in hand. I say hate to judge them, but I'm not beyond it. And then there's Leia, a New Hope version, the white dress. This is my most wanted version. This is the one I would stick on the shelf in the main display. And we did see a digital sculpt of her. I think it was at New York Comic Con last year. So again, this is the first time we're seeing it in figure form. And it's not terrible. It could be a lot worse. They said at the presentation yesterday that the material used on her dress is a new material. So maybe it'll lay better, maybe it'll wrinkle up a little bit better, maybe the texture will just seem more realistic at the scale. Who knows? We'll see, I guess. As far as the sculpt goes, the head, yes, it's Princess Leia, but it's very recognizable because of her, cinnamon buns on the side of her head. And then there's the usual Black Series paint job on the face and the eyes, so it's not super detailed. I expect to see, who is the Facebook customizer, the old boy, to just knock this one out of the park, because I believe the sculpt is there. It's just, the factory paints just bring it down. And then as far as the two surprises go, there's the Snowtrooper Classic. After seeing the First Order Snowtrooper, I know a lot of people were wondering when we were going to see the Classic. But thankfully, they didn't wait around forever to get this trooper out. It works. It was high on my list of troopers, and I know it was on a lot of other people's lists too. So this is cool, and it's another army builder. Get out there. We can buy a few. The one weird thing is, he's got the skirt and even the front face, but no soft goods. Now, I'm not saying I wanted soft goods on it. It's just odd that they didn't go with soft goods. I doubt you're going to get a lot of movement out of that neck. The other surprise reveal was the AT-AT driver. When I was getting the list of announcements from the presentation from VB, who is in New York, I don't remember him saying anything about the AT-AT driver. So when he started sending pictures and I saw this, I had to double take kind of, because I wasn't sure if this was the actual Black Series. And I've been kind of expecting this since we got the TIE Fighter pilot. There could be some shared parts here. I don't know how many without comparing them side by side, you know? So, will he come out a little bit small like the TIE Fighter pilot? Or is he going to come out Stormtrooper sized? And I'm going to need a couple of these. Of course, that means I'm going to need an AT-AT too. What would that be? $1,200 down the drain and half my toy room covered by the AT-AT? That would be insane. But the big thing this weekend, at least for me, Medicom did show off their MAFEX Kylo Ren, C-3PO with the red arm from Episode 7, and he's in a 2-pack with BB-8, and then Captain Phasma. Now, I know we have the Figure Arts Phasma coming, well, this week, and then the model coming at the end of the month. The model is straight up chrome silver, no, just shiny mirror finish. From what I've seen of the Figure Arts Phasma, she looks a little bit dulled down, not as dirty as the promotional pictures they sent out. And I'm also a little bit worried about the size. She's just barely taller than the Figure Arts First Order Trooper. But here comes MAFEX, and they're calling theirs 170 millimeters. Maybe she'll fit into the display better. I'm also assuming that's a cloth cape. The 2-pack with C-3PO and BB-8. And the awesome thing here is BB-8 does come with some attachments. The model kit came with attachments, but you have to do a little work. Don't get me wrong, I love the model kits. No regret about getting the model kit. But this, you just buy it, you open it up, you pull the cover, you put an attachment in, and the torch is already painted, looks like. A little blue flame. Yeah, this may be on my list. It kind of sucks that he doesn't come with somebody new because we're getting the MAFEX C-3PO this summer with R2-D2. Most of all, if you follow this channel, you know in the past few months I've been struggling to find the perfect Kylo Ren. And I thought I had done that by mixing and matching the Figure Arts and the Black Series figures. And I do like the end results. But Medicom comes along with this, shows their MAFEX Kylo Ren, and here he is with all the articulation, and yet he has the cloth robes that look excellent. And then, icing on the cake, it comes with an unmasked head. Friggin' awesome. Okay, this is what I've been waiting for. I've been looking at customs. I've been trying to figure out a way to do it. And boom, here we go, right here. Even more than that, it comes with the charred helmet of Darth Vader. Bonus, that just works out. So, what I have on the shelf will stay on the shelf for now, but end of the year comes around. Hopefully, if the dates aren't pushed back like they have been in the past, I'll be replacing some figures with some MAFEX. So there you go, the Star Wars news from this weekend. I may do a Marvel Legends video if I get around to it later today, but I wanted to get Star Wars out of the way. This is my big interest at the moment, and I can't help it. I love the Star Wars figures. So if you'd like to see more of these news videos, I know they're a little bit long-winded. I try to cut it down, but I tend to ramble. Comment, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the Fwoosh.